I'm Dieter Kurtenbach, this is Oracle Arena, and we're going to be here for another game in this series. We have at least two left after the Warriors giveaway. We can call it a giveaway, right? They give away Game 4 to the Rockets, 95-92. This game was a slugfest. It was a rock fight. And now we have a very interesting series. Let's talk about it a little bit. Number one, the Warriors were completely gassed at the end of this game. They scored 12 points in the fourth quarter. The Warriors scored 12 points in the fourth quarter of a put-away game. That's not going to get the job done. Draymond Green played 45 minutes in this contest. Kevin Durant played 43 minutes. Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson 39 minutes. And there was just no help from anybody on the bench. They did not get that strength in numbers they always claim to have in this game. And that brings us to point number two. Andre Iguodala's absence was notable in this contest. Iguodala missed the game with a left knee contusion, an injury he sustained in Game 3 when he banged knees with James Harden and then went down. We're not really sure when the injury actually happened. All we know is he couldn't play in this game. We don't know if he's going to play in Game 5. And the Warriors bench looked thin, super thin without him. Jordan Bell was the first guy off the bench because Kevon Looney started, got into foul trouble. They went to Jordan Bell, who had only 50 minutes in the entire postseason before tonight, and for good reason. And most of those were in garbage time. They had to play him 18 minutes, and he actually did pretty A-okay. But guys like Nick Young did not show up for this game. The one time the Warriors really needed Nick Young, he wasn't there. Unplayable, but he still had to play 12 minutes. Sean Livingston, who had been great in games 1 through 3, wasn't very good in this one. A game low, minus 15 in this contest. Could not elevate his game when the Warriors needed him. And they were playing Quinn Cook for 2 minutes. They were just trying to buy any minutes they could. The Warriors went on a third quarter flurry, a typical Curry flurry, if you will. Got a 10-point lead. But they had to play their 4 All-Stars for all 12 minutes of that quarter. Those are taxing pushes when the Warriors make those pushes in the third quarter. And then they had to play them for the entire fourth quarter as well. They just did not have enough gas to get this one done. And the Rockets, they loved the fact that the game slowed down to a slow crawl, if you will. They were able to ISO, and they executed when the Warriors didn't. That's the difference in the game. But fatigue had a lot to do with it. Final point, and this is a bit of a mea culpa here. I'm not angry that I picked the Warriors in 5, but I am a little bit peeved at myself for saying that Chris Paul was done, because he showed me up. He showed everyone who said that up here in Game 4. Chris Paul was fantastic. Even after a poor start, the Warriors jumped out to a 12-0 lead in this game, but Chris Paul crawled, or he kind of pulled the Rockets back into this game. Him and James Harden were spectacular, but with Chris Paul back in the picture after 3 games of being a no-show, he scored 27 points tonight. If he's back in the picture, if Andre Iguodala is not in the picture for the Warriors, this thing changes drastically. I'm not saying that the Rockets are now the favorites or anything like that, but you have a best-of-3 series where 2 games would be in Houston if it goes the distance. And if Chris Paul's playing this way and the Warriors don't have the depth on the bench, yeah, there's going to be a lot of rock fights like tonight. And, well, at least we got a competitive game after a while, but I'm sure the Warriors fans would be a lot happier with the blowouts that they were getting, like in Game 3 and Game 1. We'll see what happens in Game 5. We know we're going to have a Game 6 here until Thursday and Game 5. Dieter Kurtenbach, Bay Area News Group. We'll see you then.
We had to prove that, to ourselves, weathering the storm, the runs that they made, and knowing that now we get a chance to go back home. We knew we had to get at least 1 win here. We got it, and so now it's a 3-game series.